You don't remember the crash itself. People always ask that first, like it's the most important part, like the moment metal folded into metal must be the turning point, but it wasn't it. The real turning point came after, when I woke up and realized I didn't know my own name, didn't recognize the ceiling above me, didn't even know why my chest felt like it had been cracked open and put back together wrong. What I remember is the smell of disinfectant, too clean, too sharp, and the sound of a heart monitor keeping time for a laugh I didn't feel fully inside yet. There was light coming through the blinds, pale and stubborn, and a nurse calling me miss because she didn't know what else to call me. They asked me questions. My name. My birthday. Where I lived. I stared at them like they were speaking another language. Panicto en terror all at once. Each scene it starts as confusion, then turns into this quiet terror that settles behind your ribs and refuses to leave. I remember thinking, this is what it must feel like to fall through ice, that slow realization that nothing underneath you is solid anymore. Eventually they handed me my phone. Maybe this will help, the nurse said gently. It didn't. At first. I scrolled through it like it belonged to a stranger. Mensajes I didn't remember sending. Photos I didn't remember posing for. Smiling faces that meant nothing to me. And then I saw a contact at the very top, pinned there like it mattered more than anyone else. Husband. That was it. Used one word. No heart emoji. No last name. Used husband. My hands were shaking when I tapped it. I didn't stop to think about whether that made sense. I didn't stop to wonder if it was safe. When you don't know who you are, you cling to the first thing that sounds like home. The phone rang. Once. Twice. Then a voice came through, low and unfamiliar, edged with something sharp I couldn't place. What? Not hello. Not my name. Used what? I swallowed hard. I think I'm in the hospital. Silence. Not the comfortable kind. The kind that presses against your ears. I was in an accident, I said, my voice wobbling. I don't remember anything. I don't even know who I am, they said I lost my memory. Anoter pause. Then a sigh, short and irritated, like they just interrupted something important. Did you hit your head hard, he asked. Yes, I whispered. I'm scared. Can you come get me? I don't know why I called him that next. It just came out. Please, I said. I don't know anyone else. You're my husband, right? The silence this time was longer. Heavy. When he spoke again, his voice was colder. Your brain finally stopped working, he said flatly. Or is this some new stunt? My throat tightened. Why would I lie about this? Jube lied about worse. I didn't have an answer to that. I didn't even know what he meant. Tears blurred my vision, and once they started, they wouldn't stop. I don't know what you're talking about, I said. I don't remember you being mad at me. I don't remember anything. I don't want to be alone. For a moment, I thought he might hang up. He was already bracing for it when he finally spoke again, quieter this time, edged with something I couldn't read. Where are you? They let him in about 40 minutes later. I remember noticing his shoes first, polished, expensive, standing still at the foot of my bed like he wasn't sure whether stepping closer was a mistake. Then I looked up and saw him properly, tall, dark hair a little messy like they run a hand through it too many times, eyes so sharp they almost hurt to meet. It didn't look like someone who loved me. It looked like someone who was deciding whether I was dangerous. You really don't remember anything, he said. It wasn't a question. I shook my head. I'm sorry. I wish I did. He studied my face, searching for something, maybe a crack, maybe proof. Whatever he was looking for, didn't find it. His jaw tightened. The doctor explained my condition. Temporary amnesia. Possibly stress-induced. Possibly trauma. Possibly, complicated. When the doctor left, the room felt too small for the two of us. You called me your husband, he said. I nodded. Your number is saved that way. That don't mean anything, he replied. Oh. That one word hurt more than it should have. I didn't know him, but something in my chest reacted anyway, like it recognized the tone, the distance. Then what are you to me? I asked softly. He didn't answer right away. He looked at the window, at the door, anywhere but me. Someone you shouldn't trust, he finally said. That should have scared me. It probably would have, if he'd been thinking clearly. But instead, I felt this strange calm settle over me, like my heart had already made up its mind without asking my brain. Well, I said, managing a weak smile, I don't have a lot of options right now. That earned me a sharp look. You always did have bad judgment. He laughed, surprising both of us. It came out soft and shaky, but it was real. Maybe losing my memory fixed that, I said. For just a second, something flickered across his face. Amusement. Regret. Maybe both. It cleared his throat. You can't stay here forever. I know. You don't even remember where you live. I don't. Anoter pause. Long hair this time. I'll take you somewhere safe, he said at last. Until your memory comes back. Relief flooded me so fast I almost cried again. Thank you. Don't thank me yet. The drive was quiet. Not awkward exactly, but tense, like the space between us was filled with things unsaid. He watched the city pass by, trying to feel something familiar, but it all looked like a movie set built for someone else. When we stopped, I realized we weren't at a hospital or a hotel. We were in front of a modern townhouse, all glass and steel, beautiful and cold at the same time. This is my place, he said. Oh, I said. Do I live here too? His hand froze on the door handle. No, the word landed heavy. He followed him inside anyway, because where else was I going to go? The house was immaculate. Minimalist. Almost empty. No photos. No clutter. No signs that anyone else belonged there. It felt like walking into Simeone's carefully guarded mind. You can take the guest room, he said. He hesitated. Would it be okay if I stayed close to you tonight? He turned, clearly caught off guard. Why? Because everything feels wrong, I admitted. And you're the only thing that feels even a little familiar. That wasn't entirely true. I didn't recognize him. But something about his presence made the noise in my head quiet down. His expression darkened. Not angry. Just conflicted. You don't know what you're asking, he said. Then don't answer like you used to, I replied softly. Answer like someone who knows I'm scared. Silence stretched between us. Finally, he exhaled slowly. One night. That was how it started. Not with love. Not with trust. But with fear, and proximity, and two people pretending not to feel the gravity pulling them together. I didn't know it then, but forgetting my past hadn't erased my feelings. It had only stripped away the defenses, the pride, the anger. What was left was something raw and dangerous. And somewhere deep inside, even before the memories came back, I think I already knew. This wasn't going to end cleanly. Living with someone you don't remember loving is a strange kind of intimacy. There's no shared past to lean on, no inside jokes, no history to soften the sharp edges, just two people sharing air, space, and silence, pretending it's temporary while slowly building habits that feel permanent. The first few days passed quietly. He left early in the morning, came back late at night. I learned his routine the way you learn the layout of a dark room, by bumping into things and slowly memorizing where the furniture hurts less. He drank his coffee black. He hated noise in the mornings. He paused for half a second before answering questions that felt too personal. He started noticing small things. The way he always made sure I ate, even if he didn't sit down with me. The way he kept every door unlocked when I was home, like he didn't want me to feel trapped. The way his eyes followed me when he thought I wasn't looking, sharp and guarded, like he was waiting for me to become someone else. One night, while I was trying to open a jar I clearly couldn't win against, he took it from my hands and twisted it open without a word. Our fingers brushed. Just barely. The contact sent something electric up my arm. He pulled my hand back too fast, embarrassed. Sorry. He frowned it. For what? For touching you. That made him laugh. Not a big laugh. Used a short, surprised sound, like it escaped before he could stop it. You didn't used to be shy, he said, then froze. Did I asked quietly. He looked away. Forget I said that. But I didn't. He couldn't. Every accidental comment felt like a breadcrumb from a life he lost. And I was hungry for all of it. The lie started small. At the grocery store, when someone asked if we were together and he answered yes without thinking. At the pharmacy, when the clerk called me his wife and he didn't correct her. At the dinner with his business partners, when he rested his hand at the small of my back like it belonged there. Time, I looked at him, silently asking if this was okay. Time, he didn't stop it. At some point, though, I stopped feeling like something we were maintaining and started feeling like something we were living inside. Latte one night, I found myself standing in his office, surrounded by things that clearly mattered to him, books with worn spines, awards mounted neatly on the wall, framed newspaper clippings with his name in bold letters. It wasn't just successful. It was powerful. The kind of man who didn't end up alone by accident. He opened a drawer I probably shouldn't have. Inside was a single photo. It was me. Not the version of me I knew now, quiet and cautious, but a woman mid-laugh, hair wild, eyes bright, leaning into his side like she had every right to be there. His arm was wrapped around me possessively. Proudly. My chest tightened. So that's who I was, I whispered. He appeared in the doorway. You shouldn't go through my things. You kept this, I said, holding up the photo. But nothing else. Why? He stared at it for a long moment before answering. Because that version of you don't exist anymore. I'm still here. No, he said sharply. You're not. That hurt more than I expected. You talk like you hated me. I didn't hate you, he said. I hated what you turned us into. What did I do? I asked, my voice barely steady. Tell me. He stepped closer, his presence filling the room. You lied. You disappeared. You made choices that nearly destroyed everything I built. I don't remember any of that. I know. And yet you're punishing me for it anyway. Silence. He exhaled slowly. I'm protecting myself. From me. Yes. Something in his honesty cracked the air between us. He looked at him and saw not just anger, but fear. Fear that if he let his guard down, he'd lose control all over again. I don't feel like a liar, I said. I don't feel capable of destroying you. That's what scares me. That night, I dreamed of hands gripping mine, of voices arguing in the dark, of leaving and wanting to come back at the same time. He woke up tangled in sheets that smelled like him, my heart racing like it was trying to remember something my mind couldn't reach. Things changed after that. He stopped keeping his distance. Not all at once, but gradually. Sitting closer on the couch. Standing too near in the kitchen. Letting his hand linger when he passed me something. One evening, it happened without planning. We were drinking wine, the tension between us thick and humming. I made a joke, something self-deprecating and clumsy, and he laughed, really laughed, had tipped back, eyes soft. He stared at him, struck by how handsome he looked when he wasn't armored. What? He asked. You look happy, I said. I like it. The air shifted. He didn't answer. He leaned in instead. The kiss was slow. Careful. Like we were both waiting for a reason to stop and neither of us could find one. When his hand cupped my face, something inside me unlocked. He kissed him back with a hunger that surprised me. We pulled apart, breathing hard. This is a bad idea, he murmured. I know. We're lying to ourselves. Probably. He kissed me again anyway. After that, it was inevitable. We became something unspoken. Not official. Not honest. But intensely real. He slept beside me. Not every night. But often enough that his absence felt wrong. He touched me like he was afraid he'd vanish if he let go. And I let him, because being wanted felt like proof that I existed. The outside world didn't stay quiet for long. It started with a woman showing up at the door. She was beautiful in an effortless way, confident, perfectly dressed, eyes sharp with recognition when she saw me. You must be her, she said. Who? I asked. She smiled thinly. The amnesia. Her name was Claire. She didn't introduce herself as an enemy, but she might as well have. She knew things. So many things. She's playing you, Claire said later, when she had him cornered in the kitchen, unaware I was listening. She always does. You don't know her anymore, he replied. I know her better than you think. That night, I confronted him. Who is she? Someone from before. Did you love her? He hesitated. Yes, he said. The word settled between us like a bruise. Do you still? I asked. No, he said too quickly. He nodded anyway. You don't have to lie to me. He looked at me, really looked at me, like he was seeing the cost of everything he hadn't said. Your past is catching up, he said. And it's not pretty. I don't care, I said. I care about who I am now. That's the problem, he replied quietly. So do I. Memories began to surface after that. Not all at once. Not clearly. But enough. Flashes of arguments. Of jealousy. Of walking away from him because I was tired of being owned. He started to understand. The love we had before wasn't gentle. It was consuming. Possessive. Beautiful and suffocating all at once. And somehow, without meaning to, we were rebuilding it. One night, after a memory hit me so hard I collapsed to the floor, he held me, rocking me gently like I was something fragile. I won't let you leave again, he whispered. He should have been afraid. Instead, I held on tighter. Because even knowing what I was stepping into, even remembering why I once ran, I couldn't deny it anymore. He loved him. And part of me always had. The thing about memory coming back is that it doesn't ask permission. It doesn't knock. It doesn't warn you. It just shows up one quiet afternoon and sits down beside you like it owns the place, flipping through the parts of your life you weren't ready to see yet. It happened on an ordinary day. That's what still messes with me. He was standing at the kitchen counter, cutting strawberries for a salad, thinking about nothing in particular, when I caught my reflection in the window. The angle, the light, the knife in my hand, it lined up with something buried deep. Suddenly I wasn't in that kitchen anymore. He was in another one, older, messy, filled with tension you could taste. He was arguing with him. My voice was raised, sharp, saying words I promised myself I wouldn't say again. He saw the way he stood too close, blocking the exit without touching me, how come he looked while I was unraveling. I remembered saying, I can't breathe in this marriage. The knife slipped from my hand and hit the counter with a loud crack. He gasped, clutching the edge, my heart racing like it was trying to outrun the past. It was there instantly. What happened? He couldn't look at him. I remembered. It went very still. What? He asked carefully. All of it, I said. Not everything, but enough. It didn't interrupt. That alone told me how afraid he was. I left you, I continued. Not because I didn't love you. Because I loved you too much and it was turning me into someone I didn't recognize. He felt owned. Watched. Like every choice I made had to pass through you first. His jaw tightened. You disappeared without a word. I know, I said. And that part is on me. I didn't know how to leave you without breaking us both. Silence stretched between us, heavy with old wounds finally getting air. So now you remember, he said. And you're going to leave again. It wasn't an accusation. It was resignation. He looked at him then. Really looked. Not the man who scared me before, not the man who protected himself with control, but the man standing in front of me now, tired, terrified, waiting for a verdict. I don't know, I said honestly. That answer hurt him more than a no would have. The next few days were careful. Polite. Like we were strangers again, except now we knew exactly where the landmines were. It gave me space. Real space. So much of it, almost like he was trying to prove something. And that scared me more than his possessiveness ever had. One evening, Claire showed up again. This time, I didn't hide. I remember you, I told her before she could speak. She looked surprised. Then relieved. Good. Then maybe you'll finally make the right choice. She didn't hate me. Not really. She hated what loving him did to people. He didn't know how to love without holding on too tight, she said quietly. And he won't change unless he loses you for good. He nodded. You loved him too. Yes, she said. And I loved myself enough to walk away. After she left, I sat alone for a long time, replaying everything. The passion. The fear. The way being with him felt like standing too close to a fire, warm and dangerous and impossible to ignore. That night, I packed a bag. Not dramatically. No tears. Used enough to say I was serious. When he came home and saw it by the door, something in his eyes broke. So that's it, he said softly. I need to know, I replied. I need to know if I'm choosing you, or if I'm just afraid to be without you. He nodded slowly. That's fair. He expected him to argue. Don't demand. Don't try to stop me. It didn't they? That was when I knew he really had changed. He stayed with a friend for 3 weeks. 3 quiet, lonely weeks where no one watched me, checked my phone, asked where I was going. He remembered who I was without him. And I missed him anyway. Not the intensity. Not the drama. He missed the way he listened when I spoke. The way he remembered things about me no one else did. The way he loved with his whole chest, even when it scared him. One night, I called him. I'm not coming back unless we do this differently, I said. I know, he replied. No hesitation. I've been waiting. We met at a neutral place, a small cafe halfway between our worlds. He looked nervous. I'd never seen him like that before. I don't want to own you, he said before I could speak. I don't want to cage you. He used. You don't know how to love halfway. I don't want halfway either, I said. I want choice. Every day. I want the door unlocked, even if I decide not to walk through it. He swallowed. If you leave again, you leave because I choose to, I finished. Not because I'm trapped. We sat there for a long moment, letting the truth settle. This won't be easy, he said. I know, I smiled faintly. But did you be honest? He moved back in slowly. On my terms. My things in my space. My routines respected. Boundaries drawn and honored. And something incredible happened. The love didn't disappear. It softened. It became steadier. Less about possession, more about presence. I learned to let go without losing me. I learned that choosing him didn't mean losing myself. So many nights, when the world is quiet and we're lying side by side, I think about the version of me who woke up in that hospital bed, terrified and empty. She thought forgetting her past had broken her. But it saved her. Because it gave us a second chance to love each other not out of fear, not out of control, but out of choice. And that's the kind of love that lasts. If you've ever loved someone you had to walk away from to survive. If you've ever wondered whether coming back means losing yourself again. Tell me in the comments. I read every story. Thank you for staying with me until the end.